Evening, folks.
Hello, it is time to start the show. And I'm going to get started right after this.
Good evening, folks. Uh-oh. And we lost someone. Dang, John Jay, you might just get like an insurmountable lead tonight, buddy.
What's up, everybody?
It's just you and me, you
Yep.
know. 49er trivia.
Yep.
Kind of makes me. Oh. Hey, Bebop, you busy, buddy? Can you, if you're not in a good spot to hop on, then you're not. If you are, then I can send you the link on, X, which we are streaming live on Twitter right now and YouTube.
Yeah. What's up,
Or X.
everyone in the chat?
Twitter or X. Is it Twitter or X? I'm always going to call it Twitter. I'm old.
I don't know.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good.
I get to watch tonight because wow, for real?
Man. We got crazy stuff happening at my work too, but I'm like, I'm one of those people that's hard to replace and find. So at this point, I don't know what's going to happen. Just keep working.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. What's up, everyone in the chat? Bebop. I see Beto.
I don't know if you can hear that. I'll be right back. I got like some weird dog thing going on outside.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, what's up, everyone? Beatbox in the chat. Damian Lee's in the chat. There's Beto in the chat, and shout out to Jason. I've been there before, Jason. So it sucks. It really does sucks. Not. So hopefully you find something real quick, man. But thanks for popping in. So hope you guys like my picture. It's a little skyline view of old Candlestick Park. I'm a little bit sentimental about this stadium that no one liked. Well, I liked it, but anyway. We got Kenny Cope in the chat. Everyone's sending their condolences to the captain. So appreciate it. We'll get more people in very soon. Carcass has been having issues with his Wi-Fi, but he should be back soon.
Holy moly.
Yep. How's everybody going? How was everyone's Wednesday? Besides Jason, and hopefully you find something better, buddy. But how's everybody else's day? How's everybody doing?
Just separation anxiety, folks. The dog's okay.
You have a dog? You have a dog?
No.
Oh.
No, one of my someone showed up to visit some of my renters, and it's not a hot day. It's only 50 out, so the dog's in the car, but she left the sunroof open, so the dog's sticking its head out and like barking, trying to let her know to come back. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you can hear it or not. It's pretty loud.
Yeah, I did hear a little bit of barking, but it wasn't too loud.
I'm wondering if we should even do, since it's just you and me, should we even do 49 trivia tonight?
It's your show. You get to do what you want to do.
I mean, we could talk, NFL draft, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. We had a draft just
Like,
recently. Some people are happy, others are not. Just like every year. Beto says, "Hey, I didn't get invited."
yeah, I put it. Hold on. I did. You know what? I put it in a group, but you kind of left the group there, Beto.
Daniel Berry Sports.
Oh yeah, shout out to I got Damian Lee. He's like we were talking right before the show, and you know, shout out to Tyreek Hill
Oh
and his
wow,
child support payments.
wow,
7. He's got 7.
hmm
So, you know.
7 kids.
Yes. Hi, Daniel Barry. What's good, buddy?
Yeah, it's a lot of kids.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, but the Friday night group, the Corey Davis Friday night group.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking, going, what the heck's going on there? Okay, I got a text. Oh, there's Damien. But let me see. They're gonna want me to copy the link. I don't think it's gonna let me copy the link. Oh, hold on. I got it copied in my other one. Right, I'm one of those guys. I got two. Only have 2 phones when I'm at home. This
When you
one's
have 2
disconnected from service. It's disconnected from service.
Yeah.
It's the one I replaced with
Mm-hmm.
this and oh, there she is. She's back in the car. Dog's done barking. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, that'd be the Corey Davis Friday night show.
Mm-hmm.
That group. And it was like Sunday. Sunday is when it said it happened.
Mm.
It's all good. Stuff happens. Let's see if we can get Beto on here. Where is? I know, haven't I DM'd him directly? Or is it always in the group we talk?
Mm-hmm.
It might be always in the group we talk. Yes, I know I follow him.
Mm-hmm.
It seriously might be. I don't know if I've ever DM'd him. I was texting stuff like that. There we go. But
Oh wow.
there
Beto
it
has
is.
3. He has 3 active phones, and no one
Does he?
no one to call. Wow. What's up, Crazy Juice?
Oh, there we go. We got Spongy in the chat. Yeah, I kind of feel like we'll just talk like draft.
Yo,
dude.
what's up?
What's up, buddy? So at this point, okay, what's that? Oh, you got your German. You guys actually drafted him, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Jeremiah Trotter Jr. That was your
Yep.
guy, I remember.
Korey.
Yeah, it was kind of an interesting draft,
Amazing. And Nick Wright, you suck. Okay.
I don't. I've heard that name, but I don't watch him because he's a talking head sponge, and talking heads just
Toucan Sam. Well,
they blow smoke, buddy. Talking heads blow smoke.
Juice.
It's like
I think that's what Crazy Juice likes to call him. Toucan Sam.
Yep. I remember him too, Jason.
Yeah,
Senior.
I agree. Yeah, Jason, absolutely. That was good.
Especially on the Eagles.
But
no, it's kind of a weird night for trivia because I invited a lot of people. Maybe not everyone can make it, and this does occasionally happen. So we're just gonna talk draft because I haven't talked draft yet. On top of that, I'm tired. I didn't barely sleep last night, so I can't be going too long tonight. But it's all good. It happens. Sometimes people can't make it, right?
Yeah.
What would Bebop say? Remember, I asked Bebop if he wanted to join.
No, I'm sorry, Spunchy. You guys did not have a good draft. I'm sorry.
Who'd you end up getting, Sponge?
A lot of overhyped, overrated players. Cooper DeJean is overrated. The guy from Toledo's overrated. Troutter's overrated. I'm just joking.
Yeah, my thumbnail. My thumbnail is it is Diamondor Lenore hitting DeAndre Swift, and all it shows is his legs and the ball. It's kind of funny. I was laughing when I took the picture because it's like, this is priceless. Ooh, okay.
Go Birds.
No, go Niners. Like Corey Davis would say, go 49ers. F all.
I like it. No, John, I like it when you say no birds. No birds.
No birds.
Sorry. The Niners are better than the birds. Any bird. A red one.
Cardinals.
A green one. A falcon.
Well, those are also red. Those ones are red too.
Let's see what else. They're better than the purple one. Sorry, Levi.
Dang, it's 64 degrees right now.
Where?
Here.
Oh, okay. It's not that
Well,
hot.
we're going straight improv with the stream.
Talk draft.
Yeah, we are going improv with the stream.
Well,
we ended up taking a.
We're talking about
Captain.
the best team that has the best draft, 49ers, and not the Eagles.
Thank you, Jason. You said Cooper isn't overhyped.
He is overhyped, but he's accepted.
Rocky Day.
No.
Yeah, they have a statue of him somewhere in that city.
Yeah. Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rocky.
It's a great statue. And I know you guys like to dress it like during football.
So who'd you guys get in the first round, Sponge?
Quinyon Mitchell, corner
Overrated.
out of Toledo.
Overrated.
Well, whatever. What's up with Ricky Pearsall?
After a long, hey, is that Chris Hansen?
No, Chris Hansen.
After a long talk with Jim Edred, I'm a what? Another Rams troll.
He's the guy who catches like.
That's hilarious.
He's now part of the Rams organization.
After a long talk with Jim.
Rudy,
so
Rudy,
what's wrong with Ricky Pearsall's? So he's quick. He's a good route runner. He's got decent size. He's going to be a very excellent replacement for Debo when we trade him after June 1st.
Where do you want to trade him? Them lamb chops? Ooh.
You don't trade a player like him inter-division. You trade him somewhere in the AFC. That's how that works. You don't trade him to anyone in the NFC.
Who's in the AFC? It's kind of a bad division.
Well, the teams that are reportedly interested, and I say quotes because I don't know those reporter sources, let's be honest here, would be the New England Patriots.
I could see that.
Pittsburgh Steelers. And someone mentioned the Indianapolis Colts, but that's kind of a we'll see.
See. Here's the thing. I think Ayuk is going to get traded first. And I don't think Debo is going to get moved. I think Ayuk is the one that's going to get moved. Just because I don't think anybody's going to offer for Debo. I think people are going to offer for Ayuk. Like, the Patriots, Kendrick Bourne wants to play with him, and so does, who's that other kid? I don't know, but there's somebody else on that team that wants to play with him. It was Drake May who said that Brandon Ayuk would be the ideal teammate. It was somebody that they
Well,
drafted this year,
So when it comes down to it,
and the Steelers.
the Niners have already stated that they're not trading Brandon Ayuk, right? And whenever they say that, they haven't done that and then traded him. So they will extend him. He'll be a 49er. And when it comes to Debo, Ayuk's contract's not going to kick in until 2025, right? So then the offseason of 2024, worst case scenario, we're trading Debo. Because then all of a sudden,
thing, though. I don't think. Who do you think would be interested in Debo? Because I'm not even trying to trash the guy, but the best ability is availability, and when you're available, you got to play well.
So Spongy, are we still doing this? He played 15 games, and he played 3 games in the playoffs. How did he not play this season? Yes, he hurt his shoulder. He missed a few games. So
that's what I'm saying. He missed a few games. The best ability is availability, John.
Okay, whatever. I respect what you're saying, even though it's wrong.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Is that Damian?
What's up, John LaJoy? How's it going?
No. John LaJoy, none of that.
Kenny, what's happening, buddy? Scrappy Doo. What's that?
It's
nicknamed
that Spongy.
We got Carcass saying Bradbury's overrated.
Yep.
Anyway,
thanks for Can you tell me something I don't know? Please, next time.
You can take care of that somewhere else. But so Debo, in my opinion, is at least at the very worst case getting traded in 2024 offseason. But you think about this, Sponge. How many players get 1,000 yards all-purpose in the league?
Not many.
Is it dime a dozen?
AJ Brown
is it dime a dozen? You see, it's not. It's not.
All I know is.
And Debo had 1,000 yards all-purpose last season. His contract year, he had 1,400 yards receiving. I mean, when it comes down to it, he's a proven player, And anyone that wants to trade for someone, they're going to want a proven player. Ayuk, yes, he is a proven player. He's had 2,000+ yard seasons, right? This last season, he had 1,300 and something. But when it comes down to it, Ayuk's younger, and has a really good rapport with Brock Purdy. Debo was more of a James Richard Garoppolo receiver because he would catch that short pass in between the hash marks and take it downfield, right? So now we don't have the James Richard Garoppolo. We have a competent quarterback. So we don't. So why keep Debo around if we're not going to be utilizing him with James Richard Garoppolo, right? So this is my theory: is after June 1st we're going to trade him, and the reason why I'm thinking that is because we took his replacement in round 1, Ricky Parcells, and then in round 4 we took another wide receiver, a little shifty kind of speedy guy. Which I've nicknamed Mighty Mouse because he's just 5'8", 168. I mean, that's not typical of the Niners to pick small guys like that.
Here's the thing. You're talking about the Arizona kid, right?
Yeah. Jacob Cowing?
Yeah, I think all he is probably a good special teamer.
We need a punt returner, Sponge. You do know that.
Yeah. It might be good for you guys. Yeah.
But truth be told, punt returning our first round pick and our 4th round pick wide receiver, both of them are punt return punts.
Yes.
But then there's the new kickoff rule.
Yeah.
So now we get our running back, a speedy running back in Garindo, right?
Yeah, I like him. That was a good pick.
So,
Yes,
the new
sadly,
kickoff rule. Everyone's
sadly,
lined
wasn't
up.
in the third round.
I honestly wish now Brian, shout out to you, buddy. I miss you. I know you're on vacation. But
Sabbatical.
he had this perfect, huh? I thought I heard someone.
Yeah, it was Damien.
Oh.
Sabbatical.
So he had a perfect scheme of how everything works. So all the players are lined up at the 40, and then all the receiving team players are lined up somewhere around the 30 or 35, something like that. And then the kicker is not allowed to pass the 50. So he's way back here, So he kicks off. No one's allowed to move until it either hits the ground or the kick returner catches it, right? So now you're not going to have layers of special teamers coming at you. You're going to have one layer of special teamers against one layer of special teamers. So how many tackles does that return guy actually have to break to go downfield?
So really, what you really need is you need your fastest player on that team returning that ball, which is Danny Gray.
Yeah.
You need Danny Gray returning the ball now.
And that's exactly it. You
want the fastest man. Since the rules have changed, you want the fastest man to take advantage of this new rule.
Yes.
I don't want.
I so agree with that. Danny Gray's
I
4.33.
I don't know how much. I don't know how much. I know he gained weight. I think it was me and you talked. I think it was 20 pounds he gained since a year ago or whatever. But he was fast. I want him returning kicks with this new special rule.
So see, we have that problem too. We don't know who's going to return kicks and punch for us.
I thought your problem was Rocky Day. I thought that was your problem.
No.
Oh, wow. So Kenny, I don't think we'll be moving on from both of them. I think Jennings will stay till we possibly lose him in free agency next year.
Kenny, ain't no way.
And yes, Kenny, Cameron LaHoo is going to be part of the team. We're actually going to get to see him. It's going to be year 2, even though he was injured and they didn't put him on the 53, so he was just out the whole season. He was going to be out the whole season anyway, so who cares?
So right? Okay, who's this sleeper? Who's this guy who's not a Okay, let me say this better. Who is a day 3 pick that you guys think is a sleeper? It can be for your team. It can be for another team.
Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy.
Yep, that's true. Better than your quarterback.
So we're talking Slick Rick, man. The guy runs a 4.41. He's 6'4". I think he's somewhere around 200. I didn't know, huh?
I'm saying it on day 30. Sorry.
Ooh, day 3. Let's see. So we got either the choice of the safety we drafted from Wake Forest, the running back from Louisville, the
Loserville.
Oh, Garindo.
Wide receiver from Arizona, Jacob Cowing.
Yeah, and then we drafted a linebacker and an offensive line from USC.
Yep.
Ooh, let's see.
Spongy, do you think
it doesn't have to be from your team?
Spongy, do you think your team? No. Spongy, do you think your team can beat the Cowboys straight up today?
Nope.
Absolutely.
Nope. You better say absolutely not.
I have no dog in the fight. It don't bother me either way. It makes me happy in a certain way. But do you think your boys can beat the Cowboys? It solves a problem for me. It makes me happy. I have personal reason for that.
Mm-hmm.
I hear crickets right now.
Well, Spongy one time told us that he would rather wear, if he had the choice to wear Cowboys or Niners gears, he would choose to wear Cowboys gears.
Oh Lord, I rather
Oh my
what's
God,
that? What's
not
that
this
song?
again. No, not this again, John. I know I said
Ray
it. You've said
Ray
some stuff
Charles had a
too.
song called "I'd Rather Go Blind."
I'm just stating something that was said on another channel, and Spongy, admitted it.
I'd rather wear a Micah Parsons over a Debo Samuel jersey.
See, I told you. See,
Uh,
Yeah, I'll put it
uh,
at that.
okay, no. Michael Parson has
Penn State.
therapy problems. He has therapy problems, and that's a
Penn
Dr.
State
Phil
on
problem
top.
right there. He need, yeah, he need to talk to Dr. Phil. I have an open question. What do you think, or who you think was our best pick? And I'm gonna throw the Eagles fans in too. What do you think was our best pick? Eagles fans picked last. Eagles
Okay,
fans picked
so
last. No, Eagles fans picked last.
true.
It's part of my Rocky Day thing.
I think our offensive lineman Pooney. I think that was our best pick.
puny.
I'm going Garendo. John Jay,
Let's see, day 3 pick.
are you going day 3 pick? Okay.
Let's see. I'm gonna go and go
Puny.
with the safety. We need,
Oh
Mustafa.
no.
yeah,
Mustafa.
we need a depth. We need a depth there. So you basically check a box. Is he good? Again, I gotta watch more of the film, but to add more to like a room that had very few players, that's what I would go, because again, I cannot make any assumption who's the best player we picked up, because a lot of them, unfortunately, are going to be pushed back to like backups, because that's what we did. Because like Kyle, he did a lot of stuff, and even John Lynch admitted, when you have a lot of players, we technically don't need to draft, and so we're just gonna draft players that we need in depth. And so that's not a good answer you want to tell 49er fans. And so it makes a lot of sense why we picked the players that we picked. But I'm going to go with Mustafa as a day 3 pick.
So, my pick, okay, this guy actually didn't end up getting drafted. He was a UDFA.
Okay, so he's like a baby mama of football, right?
That guy is Cody Schrader. He's another running back that you guys picked up. He finished 8th in the Heisman Trophy voting last year. I'm thinking he might beat out Garendo for that spot.
Well, so this is circling back to what I was just talking about before we started this. The kickoff return. So you take a speedy running back like Garendo, you put him on one side, you put the speedy wide receiver on the other side. They break one tackle.
Oh wait, I didn't know you.
There's the kicker.
Another guy I like is Drake, or two other guys. The Evan Anderson, the defensive lineman you picked up, and Drake Nugent, the center you guys picked up.
I like the center we picked up because I like our undrafted players more than the people we drafted, because our undrafted players, the ones we didn't sign, that squad looks a hell of a lot better than the squad that we do draft. If you line them up, you look at the people we undrafted signed, they look better than the ones we did draft.
You guys,
Amen.
okay.
Amen.
You guys signed a quarterback who was a 6-year senior.
Okay, we're not gonna do that. Your team is gonna struggle this year. Your team is gonna struggle this year. I'm gonna end up Chris Collinsworth, your statue. I have a team of 5 people right now. We're gonna steal your Rocky statue.
Where are you gonna put it?
Chris Collinsworth. Yeah, that's right, folks. So the Bengals actually had a statue of the man, at one point.
Keyword is
And then
had
they had it removed.
Oh,
or stolen.
I wonder why.
Hey, it could be in his backyard. It could be in Chris Collinsworth's backyard for all we know. Or like in his
It's right
garage,
next.
maybe.
It could be right next to Jimmy Hoffa.
What's with that offensive lineman Jarrett Kingston that you guys picked up?
Yep.
What's the
from
deal with him?
USC, interior offensive lineman.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has much of a shot of making the roster. Honestly, I don't know if he does because we had this guy Nick Zakel play horribly, and he made the roster, and they let a guy named Il Manning and another guy named Joey Fisher go, and they both got picked up like automatically. So I don't know, what we're thinking here. Like Nick Zakel, if he makes the squad, there's a problem.
He must be a Kyle guy. You guys also signed 2 centers and UDFA free agency. Or undrafted free agent.
Well, and that's exactly it. I'm honestly of the belief that Kyle will not draft a center. He likes NFL veterans.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to the backup, one of these guys could possibly be that.
Mm-hmm.
But he likes NFL veterans. Look at what he did when he first got here. They signed Weston Richburg or Weston
Richburg.
Richburg. Thanks. I had a tongue tie going on. And, that didn't work out because of injury. And then we signed Alex Mack, right?
Old.
And then, they went with Jake Brendel, a guy that has been backing people up forever. So I don't know if Kyle will ever draft a center. I think he's always going to sign an NFL veteran. And
Connor Williams is unsigned still.
Oh,
and
you could get him. Oh, sheesh. He's got injury problems, though.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
I believe he just came off like a torn ACL. That's why he's not getting signed. He had some sort of injury like that the past year.
Y'all need to beat the Cowboys. But yeah, I like.
Don't worry, we will.
No, you won't. You can.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
Last time
we won.
Hold it.
Not that.
Oh
no,
yeah,
I'm not talking about the game where the referees cheer. I'm talking about when you got murdered.
Prescott stepped out of bounds.
So did I. I wanted to. There's all kinds of centers I wanted. I mean, if you watch the draft streams, you would see.
I wanted Jackson.
Cedric Von Brown. He's just chilling. Well, we did, and then no.
I think he's a Bill,
that
right?
Jackson guy, that Jackson Powers Booth or Jackson, whatever his name is.
Powers Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
They all fell. I mean, they fell, and the Niners had a chance, and they didn't. They just didn't take them.
Yeah.
The guy that we were. If the 49ers were so dead set on getting Roger Rosengarten and knowing that the Ravens needed a tackle, why didn't they trade up and jump above them, right in front of them, and get their guy? Mm-hmm. But then in round 3, we trade up and we take Pooney. Mm-hmm. And Pooney played offensive tackle in college. I don't know if he's actually going to equal an offensive tackle in the NFL.
I think
he's definitely going to be coming in and probably competing for right guard, which I mean, I could see this happening. I could see Pooney beat out McKivitz, but then Kyle's going to push McKivitz into right guard. Because McKivitz's big problem is speed rushers. He allowed 13 sacks, and I believe 11 of those were against speed rushers. So his big problem is speed rushers. He can handle the big guys on the interior. Yep. So then you get, we still have Feliciano. So who's playing center? Mm-hmm. My best team, I'm putting the best team on the field. I'm putting Feliciano at center.
Although, if you do look at the advanced statistics, Jake Brendel is the better center.
Who?
So the numbers don't tell the full story. Okay, I looked up the
Also,
numbers.
numbers don't lie.
I know the numbers do lie. It does not tell the full story. In 1,000 snaps, in over 1,000 snaps, he gave up 1 sack. So if you go by the numbers, you're basically saying he's really, really good. But just
Stats
because
and
This is
facts.
Brendel. You're
But
talking
just
Stats
Brendel,
and
right?
facts.
just because the numbers are saying that, again, there are some moments that this year he still showed. So he improved from the previous year. Improving from being bad doesn't say much. So right now he's still on that bell curve. And if he does not continue to improve and he goes back to what he was a couple of years ago, that says a lot about Brendel. So hopefully he keeps that line going up and not go a bell curve and then go back to where everyone does not like him no more. So that's what Spongy's
Well,
trying.
Everybody
So-
likes Jake Brendel.
no.
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 One
we
reason
don't.
why he did not give up a sack this year. So Brock Purdy takes a snap. He drops back in the pocket. Where's he looking?
Jake Brendel.
He's looking downfield. He's looking downfield in front of him.
Uh-huh.
There's Jake Brendel. Okay, Jake Brendel's guy starts coming. Brock Purdy squirts out.
Yep.
So that there's a reason why he didn't give up a sack. And I would like someone there that could stand up and take on a defensive lineman by himself, and Feliciano is that guy.
Uh-huh.
So I honestly want to see Feliciano, McKivitz at right guard, and Pooney at right tackle. It could end up flip-flopping there. They could leave McKivitz at tackle, which I would rather see him come inside because he doesn't have the foot speed, to take on the speed rushers. Pooney, I've watched some tape on. I haven't finished watching tape on all our guys, folks, but I did watch some tape on him, and I think he has adequate foot speed to take on the speed rushers.
David,
Even though he might not have long arms, but he's not a T-Rex. They're in between.
David, what sold you on a Feliciano at center? What sold you on him?
Just the fact. So Feliciano, he's an NFL veteran, right? He's 325 pounds, which I believe he actually has he has over 20 pounds on Brendel. So size matters when you're taking on defensive linemen, right? And when it comes to what he does, his experience in the NFL, he's going to call out the protection for Brock Purdy. And,
all right.
like last year,
So-
Brendel called out the protection for Brock Purdy. This is in the Super Bowl. And, Feliciano is saying something to Burford about messing up his protection, but here comes Chris Jones, untouched down the center. So what is Feliciano at center? Whoever's at right guard, he's going to make sure. Whoa, where'd Spongy go? Anyway, he's going to make sure that, the right guard's going to do his job. He's going to make sure that everyone knows what the call is and knows what they're got to do. And when it comes to his decisions, if the stuff is hitting the fan, he's going to pick the lesser of two evils for his quarterback. So he's going to try, his best to protect his quarterback. If the stuff starts hitting the fan with Brendel, he's going to end up on his back.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I would love to see Feliciano, at center.
Yep.
What happened to you, Sponge? Where you at, buddy?
Wi-Fi.
Okay, so you sold me.
That's right. He's got that Eagles Wi-Fi. That's the problem.
And also, you pointed out something perfect. Jimmy Garoppolo, we all know, does not have the legs of Brock Purdy. And that's why I like Brock Purdy, because you need a quarterback when the pocket breaks down to roll out. And Jimmy Garoppolo could never roll out. He can never do that. That's why in 2.5 seconds he threw the ball. And A lot of people did not like that. But Brock Purdy made Brendel and a lot of the offensive line were certain of inefficiency, and he made the offensive line look much better. And the quarterback with legs and are able to use their just watch the NFC Championship game. I want all the critics who Brock Purdy can run all those cool plays that he did with his legs. So yes, of course, it was hard to take down Brock Purdy for a 7th round mystery relevant pick. Says a lot. Why? So of course, while Brendel's numbers by the snaps that he didn't give up technically only 1 sack, give Brock Purdy his credit. So yeah.
Somewhere in Las Vegas, Kia is cussing out John Jay.
Oh boy. We talking about a car or
who's cursing me out? Derek Carr?
No. James Richard Garoppolo has a girlfriend. Well, they're not girlfriends, right? I don't know what he has. Something.
I didn't even know that.
They're happy to be together. But yeah.
But anyway, Brock is 8th rabbit. So I think Kenny knows who we're talking about. Hey, the aliens got. Oh no, Spongy! I hope you didn't get abducted.
Oh wow, wow! Always Pop saying this guy.
That's all good.
Rams are dangerous.
I don't know about that. I mean, they kind of needed 2 other opposing teams to miss game-winning field goals just to make the playoffs. But we'll see what happens. Every year's new year.
They did get the Florida State guys, which pissed me off. But again, if the Rams can't develop them, it's wasted draft picks. So I can always say that.
No, the Rams, they're good. They're entertainment value.
Hey, that's true.
They let the Saints come. The Rams let the Saints come marching in. I remember that game.
Hey, I remember. I remember last year's game at SoFi. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
It was what 70% 49ers fans. So it's kind of not really a home game if you have to use the silent count in your own stadium. But I'm just saying. Uh-oh. Who's Verse? Is Verse that Florida State? Like, when was he taken? Do you remember? Do you know what round?
See, I don't know who they picked their first pick, but I know they went back-to-back rounds with Florida State.
Jeez.
Oh wow! Shout out to Jim. He's always funny. I don't know if that's true about the Debo statue.
I don't think it'd be a good idea to put opposing team statues of players at your stadium, no matter what they're doing.
Yeah.
What do I know, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so we're running through the draft, and we were trying to start off with Ricky Parcells, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I honestly think he's Debo's replacement. We're drafting for years for like 2025. And we all know like how hard is Kyle on wide receivers and running backs. I mean, Garendo is being thrown in the bucket too. So if you can't do something right, you ain't getting on the field until he sees you do that thing right in practice 10 times over. And then, oh wow! And then,
I like Garendo. Garendo's more like a fullback. I like Garendo.
You like
he's
Garendo?
A fullback. Yeah, he's a fullback. He's gonna be Juice's replacement. That rich fullback.
Dude, he's fast though. That's the thing. Is he like hold on. Before I get too far into that, let's pull up.
And that's fine. because Juice is slow, so that's like an upgrade. He could be like our like Keith Byers, how the Eagles had back in the day. You can have a fullback that can catch, open, slot passes.
That's true. Don't forget to hit the like button, folks, while you're there.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to look up our draft picks here.
Because I like the Garendo pick. He has some good highlights. He can make some moves.
I
He's a
haven't
good fullback.
haven't looked at everything yet. I've been slowly going through it, just absorbing.
Mhm.
There it is, Isaac Garendo.
Mm-hmm.
But so 6 foot 221. Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty big. Isaac Garendo.
Mm-hmm.
And we're only going to be going for another like 13-ish minutes because I gotta get some sleep.
Okay.
Well, I don't know why I didn't sleep last night. I just laid there.
Mm-hmm. Somebody wants to pop in.
He's got great hair. Huh?
Someone in the chat
Thicker
wants to
than
pop.
a Snicker. Was it Kenny? What's this saying? It's all good. Four, 3, 3. Dang, man. 4, 3, 3.
For a running back, that's pretty good.
His 10-yard split was 155. I don't know if vertical. Why do we do vertical jump? I mean, is that like can you leap a player?
That's
Right?
no, it's for defense. It's for defense. If you can block passes or whatever.
But so I'm honestly thinking like I said with the return game, Garendo and Danny Gray, or maybe even Cowing back there. And with the new return rules, all they have to do is break through the single line because they're not going to be coming at you in layers anymore, and they're gone. And then they
What about
have
Ronnie
to deal
Bell?
with the kicker. So NFL teams, you better teach your kickers how to tackle. Like I remember we had a punter that could tackle. A guy, his name was Andy Lee. That dude, he'd come up and smack someone like he was a linebacker. I remember that. But it's kind of but at this point, the rule changes that the whole hip tackle thing, it was actually like 200 and something tackles out of 22,000 tackles last year. So I don't know if that's going to be a big impact on the game. It could paint the field in yellow because the refs might not know what they're talking about, But at this point, we got like, 2 wide receivers in the draft. Like, why would we take 2 wide receivers? Because that gives us Debo, who I'm still convinced he's getting traded. Debo, Ayuk, Jennings, and then who's number 4? You got Ricky Purcell's automatically because he's a first-round pick.
Ronnie Bell. Ronnie
That's
Bell.
what I'm saying is Ronnie Bell showed out last preseason. He showed that he can play in this offense. So that's so that might give him the advantage of making the roster over Danny Gray.
The reason why we have so many wide receivers is because it's the Juwan Jennings is the trump card. They still waiting on see if he gets moved. If somebody wants him, which I doubt. Really, I want to keep Juwan Jennings around. I really do. How he played in the Super Bowl, he was good. Juwan Jennings is like the heart of this team. Especially that one scene when he got into a fight almost on the sideline against the Chiefs, defensive back. We need that. We need to keep Juwan Jennings.
And Juwan Jennings, he's an excellent blocker. He brings something to the table. Look what he did in the Super Bowl catching the ball. He was literally the MVP of the Super Bowl, maybe, if we won it, right? And at the same time, we're passing the ball to Debo 11 times, and he is covered by an all-pro corner. What do you guys think the outcome is going to be? It's not going to go well for Debo. But anyway, so I was talking and so we got Ricky Parcells, we got Jacob Cowing, and I'm saying they're going to make the team because of the new draft picks, folks.
Mhm.
And that's 5. That's 5 wide receivers. We carry 6.
Yep.
So now we got Ronnie Bell, Danny Gray, Trent Taylor, Tay Martin, Tariq Owens, Terrell
Mhm.
Owens' son,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't there one more, Chris Conley.
Yep.
So we have 11 wide receivers for 6 spots.
Yep.
Someone's gonna go.
I know
And
5 of them. I know the 5.
I mean, I honestly think those 5, including the 2 draft picks, Ayuk, Debo, and Jennings. If Debo is kept, which I'm still thinking he gets traded, but if Debo is kept, that's our top 5. So we got 6 guys competing for one spot, and I honestly think Ronnie Bell at this point would have the advantage over Danny Gray. So, I mean, what do you guys think?
I'm seeing Tariq leave. Tariq Owens' son. I see him leaving. I see Debo leaving. I'm seeing Calvin's leaving. I see Trent Taylor leaving. I see mm, Danny Gray leaving. That's my 5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Because Ronnie Bell is good. Ronnie Bell is way good. Juwan Jennings is good.
Juwan Jennings is really good, and there's a lot of I think it's smoke, pretty
Mm-hmm.
much, saying, "Oh, you guys are in contract extension talks with it. We're not going to pay 3 wide receivers. We're not going to pay 3. We're going to be paying 2 top dollar. So we got to keep the wide receiver room cheap." So this is why I think we keep a guy like Ronnie Bell has an extra year on his rookie contract over Danny Gray, right? And we have 2 guys on rookie contracts, so they're going to be cheap. If we end up trading Debo, then there is a chance that we will extend Jennings. It all just depends on what happens, right? The offseason is not over. The 53-man roster is not set. We don't know. We could end up keeping 3 tight ends and keep 7 wide receivers on the roster. There's adjustments that can be made. But I mean, so the signing of Tariq Owens, guys, he's a legacy player, right? There were quite a few legacy players in this draft. The Niners did not take Brendan Rice. He went to the Chargers, which I honestly think they got a good pickup. He's got a good QB throwing to him. He's under a new head coach. I think he's going to a good situation. Luke McCaffrey is going to the Washington Commanders. That's a guy I actually thought would end up being a 49er. I did. I thought that they would take Luke McCaffrey. But, And then Frank Gore Jr. signed with the Bills. So I'm honestly thinking there's a reason we didn't get these guys. What if they don't make the team? Then they have to be cut, right?
And then we can pick them up.
Well, that's the thing is if they don't make our team, then we have to cut them. And we have to tell the greatest receiver of all time, sorry, buddy, we're cutting your son. You know, or we have to tell the best running back in franchise history, numbers wise. I mean, Frank Gore was Frank the Tank, you know, we're cutting your son. But instead, it's Terrell Owens, you know, and when he left us, it wasn't on good terms. So, you know, I think we're not afraid to tell him we're going to cut your son. You know, I honestly think that might have something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's kind of how the cards fell.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Bills, didn't they? They had Frank Gore Sr.
Mm-hmm.
So they know him, and they're like, yeah, we're going to take this guy's son.
Yep.
I'm willing to bet he makes their roster.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I didn't really feel that we were going to get any of the players, the sons or the brother of the college prospects. Because I know Kyle, and you saw it, the wide receiver we drafted was Ricky Pearsall. And McCaffrey's brother and Jerry Rice's, they don't play whatever Kyle wants. So that's why. And we got a constellation. We don't know if Terrell Owens' son is going to make the roster after training camp. We'll find out. So I personally kind of like, you know, if Kyle wanted to get someone, maybe I thought it was going to be McCaffrey's brother, but it is what it is.
Well, it's, you know, it's just kind of weird. It's like, why wouldn't you pick up McCaffrey's brother? He's under contract with us for a couple more seasons.
I'd rather get Gore's son.
Well, McCaffrey's brother, though, I mean, he's a pretty good wide receiver. So the way I looked at it is, you know, if any of these guys are going to get picked up, it's probably going to be him. But we ended up picking up Tariq Owens and undrafted free agency, you know, and maybe they keep him on the practice squad, right? But
I have a bad feeling about him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I see him coming down the street from my house to that team.
Who, Frank Gore Jr.?
No, Terrell's son.
Oh.
Because you know how he is.
Well,
You
once
know
you're
how
a
Jerry
Cowboy,
was.
there's one thing that's guaranteed: you're going to go home. You know.
Yeah.
What's guaranteed?
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, but I'm not talking about the playoffs though. I mean, no, I can see Jerry picking up Owen's son just for, you know, publicity. Because I remember when they brought Lance over here, and they made it seem like Lance was going to be a starting quarterback over here, and that wasn't what it was.
Well, you know, trading Trey Lance over there, that was kind of that was just one of those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it didn't work out, you know. Sucks is what it is. And that's why the NFL, it's not for long. And, you know, he got to play, only played 15 quarters. And we got Brock Purdy, and then he told Jed York, I think Brock Purdy's better than Trey and Jimmy. And, you know, and now we all know what happened. So.
Well, that's true. That's true. You know, so at this point, it's kind of everything is up in the air. With the 93 man roster is set until we see maybe they'll cut a guy and sign someone else, right? That always seems to happen a few times, right?
The only thing I want is I want a burner. I want a speed guy. I want a burner. And I know Cincinnati, they've been trying to I don't know if they did or not, trying to get rid of that T Higgins guy or whatever his name is. It's T something.
They haven't yet.
Okay, that guy. And I think I talked to you yesterday. I told you about John Ross, not from Dallas, but the TV series, but John Ross I remember he got drafted from Washington or something like that.
He runs a 4.22 40. I know exactly who you're talking about, and he's currently an NFL free agent.
He's fast. He's fast. I'm trying to see what's wrong with him. He's like a pretty girl that's single. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with him.
Anyway.
Well, guys, I mean, do you have anything to add here? Before I end it, I gotta get me some sleep.
Yeah. Well, hopefully the draft prospects, pan out. Hopefully Kyle's right. Trust the process. If he, is what it is, because this is what Kyle does. And so I just hope that whatever happens and we find out in the next couple of years, then we'll find out why we picked them. And we'll probably, oh man, I can't believe I hated this guy, because we do this every year. But that's all I gotta say.
I get Wash. The score corrects itself. It's coming in tomorrow. I'm gonna send you a picture of it tomorrow, David. It's the ultimate book from Bill Walsh.
Okay. That's something I probably wouldn't mind reading too, so I'll have to get me one.
Yeah. The score corrects itself.
All right. Well, folks, I'm probably going to end up changing the description to Korey Lockdown Davis 49er Talk, because we didn't do any trivia tonight. I have to do that. I'll have to do that after YouTube lets me. But beyond that, everybody, you have a fantastic night. And, it's always go Niners. And as my guy Corey Davis would say, F all 31 other teams.